Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell Hodson. The city of Centerville is getting ready to open its first, I guess and only, it's going to be disc golf course. What is disc golf and what is this contraption next to me and how does it all work? I don't know either, but we're going to find out. Here to tell us more is the president of the Dayton Disc Golf Association, BJ Burke, and Mark Yandrick, who's with the city of Centerville. And thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Maureen.
So I guess really a community only might need one disc golf course, although if they become very popular, maybe you could have more than one, right?
Yeah, if you ask a disc golfer, the one's never enough.
Well, as most golfers think as well. So disc golf, I think this is probably a new concept for a lot of people. Explain to us, you have discs with you, but just give us a general idea of what disc golf is all about.
Sure, yeah, so disc golf is a lot like regular ball golf. The object is to play through the course, 9 holes, 18 holes, etc., in the lowest number of strokes possible. The only difference is we're not hitting a ball with a club, we're throwing a disc through the air, with our arms, and trying to get it into a basket in the least number of strokes. Okay, and so do these chains, this is the basket that you're going to, right?
Yep. So the chains are for what? Just to...
So they're to help, they're to help to catch the disc as it's flying through the air, yeah.
So you get, this is your ultimate goal then, is to get your disc in this basket.
Yep. Yeah, we're stuck up in the chains or somehow, yeah.
So that sounds like a fun family kind of thing. This is not real complicated, is it?
No, it's pretty easy. Anybody can pick it up. It's fun for all ages. I've seen kids go out and play, under 5 years old. I've seen senior citizens go out and play too.
Yeah, 70s, it's a lot like golf, I guess.
Yeah.
And the rounds are much quicker than in ball golf, so
and a lot cheaper.
Well, Mark, tell us, you were spearheading this whole effort for the city of Centerville. How did the idea come about, and tell us more about it?
About 4 or 5 years ago, I was speaking with the city manager, Greg Horn, and it was, I just needed a few answers, and he was asking how Frisbee was going, and I coached the Centerville Ultimate High School Frisbee team, and he was asking some follow-up questions thinking that I coached the disc golf team. And so I'm explaining to him the differences, and he asked if there was a disc golf course in the community. I said there wasn't, and he asked if there was an area that it could be built, and I, off the top of my head, I said the back of Stubbs Park. Well, he suggested right away that secure a grant from ODNR, look into applying for one, and the rest is history. We've been working on the last 4 or 5 years to get it within budget and just to make sure that everything's been in place, and then we, over the last year, have been constructing the course, and it's been a fun project, and it's something I didn't even expect that would happen here. It's one of those other job duties you have when you work for the city of Centerville. So. And
here on Friday, April 1st, 6 o'clock is going to be the grand opening, and the course is located in the rear part of Stubbs Park, which is at 255 West Spring Valley Road. But you were mentioning Frisbee. We say Frisbee golf, we have ultimate Frisbee, right? And then we have, what's the difference? How are they associated? I guess you use a round disc for all of them, but what?
So I guess we call it disc golf. Frisbee usually refers to the larger kind of recreational Frisbees that you would use, with your kids in the backyard or on the beach or something.
You throw to your dog to catch.
Right, yeah,
that
exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. But what we use in disc golf is very different. They're generally smaller and thinner. So Mark has a few examples here. So Mark's holding up a putter.
Oh, I have to just say, it's got the Stubbs Park logo on it with the disc golf, and that's something that we're going to be giving away, right?
Correct. We've got almost 200 of these to give out. So anyone that attends this grand opening on April 1st, we're able to give them away thanks to some donations from the Dayton Disc Golf Group. The city gave some money, and Innova Disc Golf has given us even some extra ones. So if you've never played before, you can come to this grand opening, get a disc, and start playing then.
Can you play with just one disc, or do you need a series of discs like you have?
Yeah, you could play with just one disc. You could play with a regular Frisbee if you really wanted to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I probably carry about 20 of them, but yeah, you could totally go out with just one.
That's how you know you have a diehard, when you see them have the little disc golf bag.
Does it make it better if you have are they different weights? And I see that's just kind of, how far you have to throw it, or is it one of those types of decisions you have to make while you're playing?
Yeah, sometimes. So generally, the thicker the disc, the slower it's going to go, and the more controllable it's going to be. So it'll be more accurate. A disc like this is a driver. Is going to go a lot farther and a lot faster, but it'll be harder to control.
So at the tail end, it's going to spin off to the left or right, depending on your throw. Right.
So if you've never played before and you show up at the park and you want to play and you have a disc, can you figure out on your own where to start and where to start throwing?
Yeah, there's, the Stubbs Park is really well laid out. It's got nice T signs.
And we see so that's what, a T sign that's going to, or what is that?
Yeah, it's got like a small map of the hole on it, so it'll show you where the basket is in relation to where you're starting.
So you get there and what? It tells you how many throws it should take you to get to the basket? Is that kind of what it works?
If you look at this hole, it's par 3, and this is one of the more challenging ones because you're going over water, but by this time you're actually warmed up. By the 9th hole, you've learned how to throw, and you should be able. Most people are able to get it over the lake. So.
Okay, so you would throw it, and then you collect it once it's in here, just like a golf ball, and you continue to play. Right. And ours is 9 holes, right?
Ours is actually 18 holes,
18.
But what happens is when you play the back 9, you're going to play an alternative tee than you did on the front 9. So the hole may be a little farther, closer. Just depending on the hole. But you get a different aspect. You're playing it slightly differently the second time around.
Okay, and your organization helped to lay out the course, right? Right. What do you look for, or what makes it a challenging course, or how did you decide to design it the way it is?
Yeah, terrain plays a big role in it. The kind of trees involved, kind of elevation changes you might get, and then just the amount of space you have to work with is a major factor. We try to look for a good mix, some short holes, some longer holes, holes that make you have to turn the disc to the left, some holes that make you turn it to the right, things like that. Different obstacles that get in the way make holes interesting.
And Maureen, when I was working with the Dayton Disc Golf team in their design of the course, we have a few holes that are open. You're in a traditional fairway like in ball golf, but they wanted as much use of the water and trees and obstacles as possible. So that was kind of interesting for me to see, what they're looking for in a course design. So. Do
you throw it the same as you would throw a Frisbee? Is there the same kind of hold?
No, there's all sorts of different types of throws. I mean, any kind of grip or angle that you can imagine, you can throw. Like a normal Frisbee, I don't know, Mike, I've played disc golf for so long, can't even remember how to hold a regular Frisbee. Might be more like that kind of grip.
Okay.
Whereas in disc golf, we really just kind of put our hands all the way on it and try to grip it as tight as possible and throw it as hard as we can. But you can also do, so you can normally do like a backhand kind of throw, but you can also do a forehand throw, or you can even throw it like a baseball and go completely over your head.
As long as your goal is to get it into the basket.
Any way possible. You can roll it on the ground. Anything you can do to get it from point A to point B, you'll do it.
Okay. Yep. And so, Mark, for you, I know you knew it was going to happen. Looking at trying to get additional funding, got a couple grants, right?
Yeah, I was very much excited because we applied for a Centerville Washington Foundation grant within the last 6 months, and we were able to receive that. If you look at when you get to the course and get to the first hole, there's a bench with the Centerville Washington Foundation plaque that they were willing to give to assist, for the community. And the bench isn't restricted to just disc golf players. If you're walking around the back of Stubbs Park, you still can use those benches and trash cans that are there. So,
and there's a cricket field back there as well.
That is. When we designed the course, the two main things, three actually, that we wanted to keep in mind is we wanted to keep the cricket fields pristine, so the disc golf wouldn't interfere with that. Number two, we wanted to not impact the walking trails that are back there, because there's a lot of people that like to walk and take their dogs. And when you first get back there and see the disc golf, you may not understand, but a lot of times you're throwing away from those the walking trails. So it makes it, you can still walk back there. And the last thing is we wanted to make sure the neighbors didn't have a lot of excess discs going into their yard. And I think so far it's been very successful that it's maintaining within the park and not interfering with those neighbors.
And so the same rules apply if you're at dusk, it's time to clear out, right?
The same park rules that are in effect today, effective to the disc golf players. And we, on the kiosk, we're going to be posting both the park rules and the disc golf rules. So if anyone has any questions about what those rules are.
You can also go to our website at centervilleohio.gov and check it out as well. But it just seems like it's really a fun and it's a growing sport, right? I mean, it's really becoming popular.
Oh yeah, very much. It's the Professional Disc Golf Association, which is the national governing body, likes to say that the sport grows exponentially. I think when I started playing like 20 years ago, there were maybe, I don't know, 1,500 courses in the country. Now there's well over, I think, 4,000 or 5,000. So it's growing a lot.
Is your goal to play every one of them? Or you probably play a lot, I'm sure.
I would love to play as many as possible, for sure. Yeah.
What is it about disc golf that makes it so much fun? Is it like a regular golf game, or what do you like about it?
I mean, it's cheap and easy to it's cheap and easy to get out and play. It's fun to just walk in a park and enjoy being outside. I'm an outdoors kind of guy, so I enjoy just being outside playing. And then I don't know, just watching the disc fly through the air is also kind of nice to watch. Some of them will just float out there for a little while, and watching it fly is real cool.
How about for you, Mark?
Sometimes what I like is it reminds me of putt-putt in such a way that sometimes a guy will take the girl out on a date. Instead of going to the putt-putt shop, they'll go play disc golf. It's very similar in how it's set up, and it is easy to play.
Can you get discs anywhere? I mean, where do you buy a disc?
Yeah, so there's a great shop in the Belmont neighborhood in Dayton called Hazy Shade Disc Golf, and it's probably one of the best disc golf shops in the nation.
And then down in this area, you can go to Dick's or other similar sporting goods stores and usually find them.
So you can use a disc, you can use a Frisbee, which is the brand name, but you can use anything that looks similar to that.
Sure.
You could use a regular Frisbee, but we do advise disc golf because it makes it easier to catch in those baskets, in the chains that are there.
Okay.
But it can be done. It just may not stick, and it'll bounce off the chains.
They won't go as far.
Yeah.
And so I know you're going to be giving demonstrations on April 1st, 6 o'clock at Stubbs Park for the grand opening. What kind of demonstrations should we be looking for?
We'll be doing some basic drives, backhand drive, maybe a forehand drive, things like that. Kind of the shots I described earlier. We'll maybe be near a basket and do some practice putting or something like that.
Okay, so when you practice putt, that means what? Shorter kind of?
Yeah. So you're usually I don't know, maybe 30, 40 feet to the basket, and like I said, the goal is to get it in there. So you got to be close enough that you can toss it in and let her sit in there.
Okay. I just wanted to grab this really. Oh, it feels just like a Frisbee then, too.
Yeah, that kind does. Yeah.
We have to show this because the first 200 people are going to get one of these courtesy of
the city and Dayton Disc Golf Association and Innova. So.
And there's a nice map too, which I think we've shown, but this map will be out that you can go around and see the route of the course.
Correct. We will have really good signage on the course. Yeah. We also have the QR code on each of the tee signs if you want to connect from your phone. But this gives the distances and the wayfinding around the course. So.
Is it a challenging course? Is it good for amateurs and people who are experienced? Nice mix of both? What do you think?
I thought it was a nice mix of both. Beginners might find a little trouble on some of the longer holes, just because they don't have the distance yet. But over time, I think it's a good course that they can learn on. Learn different shot shapes and work on their distance. Yeah. You can definitely grow on this course.
Just like in regular golf, I'm still playing bogey ball in disc golf.
It seems like it's a really fun sport.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and I know, Mark, you love Ultimate, so you're probably out there a lot as well, too.
And it's nice because some of the high school kids are interested in playing it as well. So.
All right. Well, thanks for your time today. Again, this grand opening is on April 1st. It's at Stubbs Park, 255 West Spring Valley Road. It is open now if people wanted to go out and play with this
it is open.
Nice weather. But if you wanted to get one of these really snazzy discs, we want to make sure that you come by and see us again at 6 o'clock, April 1st at Stubbs Park. It's the grand opening, the ribbon cutting ceremony. I know our Mayor Compton will be there to officially open our park. For more information, you can also call the city, 433-7151, or visit our website, centervilleohio.gov. Thank you for your information, and I'd love to toss this, but I'm afraid I'd break the camera. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Maureen.
Thank you, Maureen.